How to start a tricycle business in Nigeria today. If you have about 7 million and above and you are looking for an asset business that you can start in Nigeria today, come closer, this video is for you. Or you're interested in the transportation business and you're wondering, oh, how do I start? Yes, this video is also for you. I am going to be breaking down step by step things you need to know about the transportation, specifically tricycle business in Nigeria. So yes, stay tuned. The transportation industry is one of the most profitable sector in Nigeria, or even in Africa, or in the world at large today. Why is this? Thousands and millions of people on a daily basis depend on the transportation industry. Yes, people go to work every day, go for their businesses every day, go to one occasion or the other every day, and they depend on the transport industry for this purpose. So there's a lot of cash flow in this sector. So not to bore you with all of this story, there's a lot of money to be made in the industry, and I want you to be a part of it. I want you to make some out of it. So please follow me through the step-by-step things that you need to know about this business so that you can get started. The first step, understanding the 3 business model. Yes, in the tricycle business, we have 3 business models that you need to understand. The first model is the daily remittance model. In this model, you buy a tricycle, you give it to a rider, and the rider pays you a fixed amount of money daily or weekly depending on your agreement. Yeah, this model, say you bought tricycle for 3 million naira and you gave it to a rider who you agreed to pay you maybe 10,000 naira on a daily basis. So when this rider makes any amount of money, they are obligated to give you 10,000 naira daily, irrespective of the amount they make. The money that they make on top of this 10,000 naira is their profit. Say the rider makes maybe 20,000 naira daily, or the rider makes maybe 25,000 naira. What they have to do is to just pay you your own 10,000 naira, which both of you agree as a fixed amount they are supposed to be paying you, and that the remaining amount, the remaining money after they have paid you your 10,000 naira, is their own profit. In this model, you might be a little bit liable to maintenance of the tricycle. You might be a little bit involved in the operation of the business. You want to follow up on what's going on with the tricycle. Another interesting thing that you need to know about this model is that you continue to get paid so long your tricycle is in existence. So far the tricycle is still existing, you continue to get paid. It's unlimited until the tricycle stops existing. Now the second model, which is now becoming very popular, is the hire purchase model. In this model, you buy a tricycle, you sell it on credit, on hire purchase, to a rider. The rider pays you the amount of money that you agree over a period of time. Now let me put context to this. Say you bought a tricycle for 3 million and you sell it to the rider for 6.5 million. So the rider pays you this 6.5 million over a period of time that you agree, usually in the space of a year and 8 months to 2 years, usually at most within 24 months the rider pays you. So it could be, you can also have agreement that the rider pays you on a daily basis the amount of, you are going to be dividing that 6.5 million to the number of days or the number of weeks that the person is going to be paying you for, right? So in this model, your hands off operation. You don't need to know so many things about the business, or you just this model is highly contractual. You make sure that everything is documented, written out. Yeah, so that's what this model is about. And this model is not operationally heavy. You don't have to be involved, and so because of that, a lot of people are doing it today. And because it's contractual, you can actually retrieve your tricycle at any point in time when the person is not able to meet up with the payment as they should, and etc. The third model, which is not very common, is the salary model. This is you buying a tricycle for whatever amount you bought it for, and you pay the rider a fixed amount of money on a monthly basis. In this model, all the income that is made from this business is yours, belongs to you. The rider must remit on a daily basis all the income they make from the business to you, and then you now at the end of the month pay the rider from the income, depending on the agreement that you have with the rider. In this case, you are fully involved in the operation of the business. You have to know about, you are involved in repairing, maintenance, servicing, in short, you are even involved in knowing some things about the association of the riders and the things that is going on, because the person is working for you. He's strictly working for you on salary, and you are the one still managing the business. So these are like the 3 models. Depending on the models that you adopt will also determine the other things that you need to know about the business. Step 2 is knowing the cost. Before you start building the house, it is important for you to count your costs, to know the cost. So yeah, the second step is for you to know the cost of the tricycle. After you know the model you are adopting, you should know the cost of starting, the cost of everything that is involved in the business. So the first important cost is the cost of tricycle. And in Nigeria today, the cost of a tricycle, depending on the model, depending on the brand, depending on where you're buying from, should be between 3 million to 3.3 million at most. Yes, at most 3 million to 3.3 million, depending on where you're buying from. Bearing in mind the cost of 3.3 million, please also know that this price can change, because as at the time I am recording this video, this is the number that I know that is visible. But please just do your research. Yeah. Also, it's very important for you to understand the other costs involved, like the cost of registration, plate number, branding, and this is optional actually, and then of course association, union, like all union fee, and of course some of these costs is also dependent on the model you are adopting. If you're adopting the hire purchase model, you probably just have to like do registration and plate number, like that's like, and then of course branding if you want. But if you are adopting other model like the daily the remittance model or the salary model, you have to like do all of these things. You need to know about the union fee, you need to know about like the association fee, you need to know. And I'm estimating that all of these costs, including tracking, installing tracker, it's important also that you install tracker, so it's also part of the cost. And you can also you should also consider insurance. All of these costs, I'm estimating around 200,000 naira to cover it. So I also mentioned to us that like a rough estimate, like an average of what the cost of a tricycle should be is 3.3 million, depending on where you are getting it from, the model you are getting, where you are getting it, inflation, and of course this number can change depending on the time that you're watching this video as well. So it's just as at today, this is like what the number, this is what the number is around. So yes, so we are adding the sum of the 3.3 million, which is the cost of the actual tricycle, to the 200,000, which is the rough estimate of other costs that is involved. Okay, so that's giving us a sum of about 3.5 million to 3.6 million. This is like the total cost you are going to be incurring to get your tricycle. It's very important for you to note that for the daily delivery model, you're going to be involved in maintenance, because like the tricycle is yours. It's still like you have to still continue to like maintain it, services. You're involved in the business, you're involved in the operation. Of course, even in the salary model, you are fully involved, because the tricycle is your asset, and you have to still like continue to like manage your asset so that it can continue to produce income, revenue for you. But in the hire purchase model, you have sold it, so you are just getting your money irrespective of what is happening. You get your money, you are still getting your money from the business. So in the hire purchase model, you don't have to like be fully involved in the business. You don't have to like think about maintenance aside from the initial servicing, which is also part of the cost, that 200,000 naira that I estimated earlier. Very important: initial servicing, registration, plate number, association fee if there's any, union fee if there's any, like that's for the depending on the model you are adopting. Very important. So all of these, I estimated them to be around 200,000, including tracker and of course step 3 is you choosing a location. You have to strategically choose a location. Yes, and this is also dependent on the model. If you are doing delivery model or salary model, you should choose your location. You must choose your location, the axis, the route you want the rider to be passing. Like you have to choose it, so that because this can determine whether the business will be profitable or not, and you want it to be profitable, so you have to be involved to know like, oh, this route would like make a hair. Yeah, so you have to like choose that. But in our purchase, you don't have to. You sold it, like the person has to bring you money irrespective of any. So the rider can choose the location. Of course you can also choose location in hire purchase. That's because it's contractual agreement. It's the things that you agree on that should happen. That's one thing about hire purchase. It is strictly contractual, and your contract should state everything that you're expecting or not expecting. Fourth step is selecting and verifying your rider. This step is very important. This step will determine whether the business will survive or not. You have to select your rider and verify them. You cannot just choose any other person. You have to make sure that the person that is coming to that is showing interest, you confirm, you verify them that they are the real person. They are the who they say they are. Like, it's one thing for them to say they are this, so you get their means of identity, you get their identity, you verify it that is correct. you ask them to provide guarantors, at least 2 guarantors, and you verify that those guarantors are real people and they are valid guarantors. Very important, really very important thing to do. You verify that they are real people and they are valid guarantors, not just anyhow person, because by the time you need the guarantors to step up, it has to be somebody that is capable. So they have to draft an agreement. Let there be a written agreement, contract. Let it be stated things that are expected, things that are not expected, how to handle things like costs, especially in hire purchase. Is highly contractual, so it's very important that the contract is very clear. Cost is stated, amount is stated, who takes care of what is stated, like responsibility is stated, consequence and clauses are stated, like if you forfeit payment for over a period of time, what should happen. Like all of those things, you put them into consideration in the contract that you are drafting for them, because this is not charity. This is an asset business, so you have to protect your assets, and that's why you have to like verify, and also verify, like confirm that they are real people. Don't just give it to people because of the things that they have said. Don't just give people your asset because of the things that they have said or not said. So you have to verify. Step 5 is, let's talk the real number, like the real business here is understanding number. Yeah, in hire purchase, say you bought the tricycle for 3 million, or 3.5 million including the other costs. Now I am selling it for 6.5 million to the rider. You are expected to get a gross margin of 3 million over, say, a period of 2 years. That's 24 months. Yes, that's what, like hire purchase, you are not involved in servicing, maintenance and all, so you can actually have like a gross margin. Like you're expected to like get 3 million as the reason we're calling it gross margin or gross profit is because we are not so certain, because of 1 or 2 things can come over. At least what you should be expecting is a 3 million naira return, gross margin at the end of the 24 months. Yes, or 18 months, depending on the contract. For daily remittance, here you can decide to you can of course decide the amount that the rider is going to be bringing. If they're going to be bringing 10,000 naira for you daily, meaning that 10,000 naira times 365 days is 3,650,000. That's what you should be expecting on an annual basis. And remember, you are going to be getting money for as long as the tricycle continues to exist. So some tricycle can, like if they are well maintained and taken care of, they can do 5 years. So imagine getting that amount. Well, of course, you are going to be doing servicing, you are going to be doing maintenance yourself, because you are involved in the business as well. And of course, and this is also dependent on the agreement you have with the rider. If you say, in an agreement to rider, you are going to be servicing this thing because you are the one using it. You are going to be serving it every week, 2 weeks, or every 4 weeks. And me, I'm going to be doing this. Like, people have agreements on how the tricycle can be maintained for a long time. For salary model, in this model, you are strictly the one that will service it, that will maintain it, that will do everything, really, because the person is working for you. So you are the one that will determine how servicing is done, how maintenance is done. They are working for you. So yes, but here too, you can decide to pay the rider the minimum wage or even above. Like, say, I think the minimum wage is 70,000 naira per month, so you can pay the rider 70,000 naira and above, depending on what you are able to like agree with the rider. And of course, you know that if the rider makes, say, 25,000 naira on a daily basis, and they are giving you, because they are expected to give you everything on a daily basis, it's salary mode. Like, at the end of the year, you know what you are getting, and of course, you are going to be, aside from the cost of maintenance and all of those things and the salary you are paying this thing. But of course, that's some rough estimate there, just to give you a clue of what is going on in terms of the number. Step 6 is risk management. I've spoken about insurance before, I've spoken about tracker before, but really very important that you understand the risks that is involved in this business and how you can mitigate it, how you can reduce it, how you can control it, how you can make the business work for you. One of the very important things that you need to do is, because drivers can abscond, they can run, many things can happen, so you have to prepare for it. Accident can happen that can cause the tricycle to pack up, so that's why you have to consider insurance, very important. And I remember estimating it as a part of like the cost of getting the tricycle. Insurance, tracker, so that you can of course track the tricycle to know where it is per time, and also verifying the riders to confirm that they are who they are, you have their details, they are guarantors, they are valid, and they are verified, they are real people, they are who they say they are, and all of those factors. Contracts, like especially for hire purchase model, that is highly contractual, like it's a contract relationship. Every details, everything that the rider needs to know must be clearly stated. The things that you're expecting must be clearly stated. You must state the amounts that you sold it for. You must state the period of time that you should be paid for. You must state the consequences of omitting, of missing payments. You must also state the clauses, everything that needs to be stated. You must have it written down, and the other party understands and signs it properly. So yes, and it's properly documented. Very important. Also for the other medium too, there should be written agreements. Yes, there should be written agreements. So this would help the business. I believe that from this breakdown that I've done for you, you should be able to understand, of course, the models, the different type of models, the 3 models. You should be able to understand the costs, and of course you should be able to understand the structure, the number, and the risks based on this analysis that I have done for you. And tricycle business is very profitable, high cash flow, if done properly, if done with structure, with right structure put in place. You are going to make a whole lot of money from this business. And yeah, we've come to the end of this video. Please check this page or channel to like get more understanding about how you can actually mitigate your risk, and of course more support as regarding this business. See you, bye.